Hey, first graders. Now that I've got my supplies from school, we can start doing some more normal lessons. So we're going to start how we always start our lessons, with our goals. You've got 3 goals for today's lesson and then 1 big question that you should be able to answer. Here are your goals. I will be able to tell what a yardang is, how they are formed, where you can find them. So today we're going to be focusing on the yardang. Yes, it is a rule breaker. And you guys have to be able to tell what they are, how they are formed, and where you can find them. Our big question for today is, how do yardangs prove that the wind is a powerful force? Before school let out, we were talking about how we know the wind is powerful and how people react to that powerful force. So before we start our book today, I'm going to give you some words that you might not know. And these words are going to help us to introduce a new suffix. So the first word is craft. You can see it has that FT blend at the end. Craft, craft. When you craft something, that means that you make it. So I actually crafted these cards for you today. When we add the suffix ed, that tells us that something has already happened. Sometimes an ed sounds like id. This word is crafted. It means that something was made. Another word that you're going to hear in our text today is this word shift. Another FT blend, shift. If you shift things, that means that you move them around. If you leave your desk and come back and all of your stuff is in a different place, that means that someone has shifted your stuff around. The suffix ed in this word sounds like id. Shift, id, shifted. Another important word for this book is tilt. This one has an LT blend. Tilt, tilt. If something is tilted, that means it's not standing up straight. It's leaning over. There's one more word that I want to introduce to you today. This one has a suffix that we already know. This word is fleet. So we know that EE says E, so I can sound this blend out full, eat, fleet. A fleet is a big group of ships that sail together. Sometimes there could be more than one group, so that would be fleets. Now, remember that your goal is to figure out what a yardang is. I looked up online how to pronounce this word, and I found out that it doesn't follow our ANG rule because this word comes from the Turkish language. So I thought that was pretty cool. This book is called Crafted by the Wind, written by Michelle Warner. Crafted by the Wind. I'm going to give you a good chance to look at the pictures because they are pretty cool. There is a lot to see in the desert. What can you spot? You cannot miss the big rock forms. Think about what you notice and wonder. One kind of rock is a yardang. It is crafted by the wind. How does the wind do that? Day after day, a strong wind blows over the desert. It picks up sand in its path. Lots of sand is shifted about. Some rocks that were once under the sand now stick out. They are blasted by grit as the wind blows. Soft bits chip off and the rocks are sanded down. The wind does not stop. More sand is lifted up and away. Some rocks sticking out seem to grow. This crafting takes a long, long time. A lot of wind and sand must hit the rocks to shape them. This diagram shows the same picture. Wind direction, yardang, softer rock, harder rock. Some yardangs are fleets. They look like ships sailing in a sea of sand. Yardangs can be tall. Some can be very tall. Get the person down here. They can be thick or thin. They can be tilted up to the sky. It is up to the wind. Some people say they can see shapes in the rocks. What can you spot? The wind is a powerful force. Yardangs show what years of wind and sand can craft in a desert. And as always, I will read you the author's note. Yardangs are seen in pictures taken on Mars. More than 40 years ago, cameras recorded images of yardangs on the planet's surface. The photographs revealed yardangs that stretched for miles. Since then, new technology has produced more detailed pictures. Cameras more than 150 miles above the planet can capture features as small as 20 inches on the surface of Mars. Scientists can see the yardangs layers up close by zooming into the images. These photos help scientists learn more about how yardangs form. Pretty cool, huh? So let's review our goals. Since we've read the book, you should be able to tell what a yardang is, how they are formed, and where you can find them. You should also be able to answer my big question. How do yardangs prove that the wind is a powerful force? I'm going to ask you these questions in a Kahoot, but you can also tell me what you've learned on Class Dojo. I would love to hear your thoughts, hear what you've learned. If you want to answer those questions and show me how smart you are, go for it. You can draw me a picture, you can take a picture of what you've made, you can make a video of yourself explaining what a yardang is, you can even go on and type it. It's totally up to you. I love you guys, I miss you guys. I hope to see you soon.